Namaste. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first day of our 7-day yoga challenge practice. So just come to a nice, comfortable seated pose. Just take a few moments to find yourself sitting equally on both sit bones. Just resting your hands on your knees or thighs, and just gently close down the eyes for a moment. Just taking these first few moments to settle the body on the mat, sending that message to your brain that the next 30 minutes are for you, for your practice, and trying to put aside for the moment anything else that needs to be done or that's coming up about your day ahead. Just observe your breath as it flows in and out of the nose. So throughout this practice, we'll try to connect to our Ujjayi breath, our fire breath. That's breathing in through the nose and out through the nose with that little contraction at the back of the throat. If you're not sure what that breath feels like, just imagine that you were trying to fog up a mirror, and you can feel that that exhale is a little more forceful. And your exhale should be audible to yourself. So with that, let's start with a little bit of breathing. So let's inhale, draw both arms out to the side, begin to inhale. At the top, turn your palms over, fingertips to meet, and exhale all the way down. Just hovering for a little moment at the level of the belly button. And again, you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Palms over. Exhale like you're pushing the air down beneath your hands. And just two more like this. Beginning to feel the energy now between the palms of your hands. And the last one. Hovering for a moment at the belly button and just allowing your energy to settle down. Feeling that the sense of being anchored to the earth. And then again, we'll inhale. We're going to take some twists and side bends. So really reaching up, stretching out of the side waist, out of the hips. And on the exhale, we'll twist to the right, bring the left hand to the top of the right knee, the right hand behind you so that it's in line with your spine. And really use that right arm and hand to straighten and lengthen the spine. Breathe in, spiral up through the crown of the head. And on the exhale, twisting to the right, belly button drawn back to the spine. Take one more breath here. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, belly button drawn in and twist a tiny micromillimeter more over to the right, looking beyond your right shoulder. Lovely. And then we'll inhale, draw both arms all the way back, reaching up, going for the length. And then the other side, right hand, left knee, left hand comes behind. Really use that left hand to lengthen out the spine. Breathe in, spiral up through the crown. Exhale, twist, belly button drawn in. Taking another breath here. Exhale, maybe twisting even a micromillimeter further. Just doing the best that you can. And inhale all the way back to center. We'll bring our right hand down to the ground, to your mat, so that it's roughly in line with the right hip. Inhale, really reach and lengthen up that left hand. And on the exhale, just bend into the right elbow. And just take a few little dips, some pulsations here. Just bending in to the right elbow. And then slowly we're going to begin to bring our left fingertips down towards the mat. In a little twist, belly button to spine, and lift the chest and head towards the right. Inhale as you float the left arm up, gazing towards the palm. Exhaling and bringing it all the way down again. One more like this, feeling that twist around the low belly. Inhale, opening up like a petal. Exhale, closing all the way down, twisting. Lift your chest, lift your head to the right, belly button drawn in. Inhale, float the left arm up, and then the right. Really reaching up to the sky. Bring the left palm down, again roughly in line with the left hip. Reach, reach, reach up through the right arm. Exhale, and taking those little dips on the left side. Feel that stretch coming from the right hip, the right waist. And then slowly our twist to the left as we bring the right fingertips to the mat, belly button to spine, lift the chest, lift the head, look to the left. And now we're flowing in and out. Inhale, float the right palm up, gaze to the palm. Exhale, closing down. Lift chest and head to the left. One more. Inhale, float up. Exhale as you close down. Inhale, float the left arm up and the right. This time we're going to bring the clasp behind. So doing your best, either if it's there for you, pressing the palms together. Otherwise, like me, just interlacing. Or you can bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Mainly just trying to keep the chest nice and open. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, belly button to spine and hinging forward slowly as the arms rise up behind you, pointing the crown towards the mat. Hanging here for a moment and then taking some little twists here. Left elbow draws in the direction of the top of that right knee, that bent knee. Inhale through center, exhale, top of right shoulder to the top of the left knee. So it's a very small twist, just moving left to right. Coming back to center, inhale, lift all the way up. Let the head drop back, and this time open the mouth. Stretch the jaw, front of the neck. Inhale to center, and this time we're going to flow in and out. Exhale as we come forward. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, lifting all the way up. And just moving one more time forward. Inhale. Exhale all the way up. Releasing the clasp, shake out your arms. And then inhale, draw the arms up alongside the ear. We're coming for a little forward bend. Before you come forward, belly button to spine. Slowly begin to bring your palms to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, just begin to slide your hands forward, reaching, keeping the arms nice and active. You can wriggle a little bit from left to right, like you're trying to ease out of your back hips, lengthening forward, forward, forward. And then when you feel you're at your full stretch, allow the chest and head to release between the arms. And then just take 2 breaths here. And then to release, slowly begin to lift the head, draw the belly button to the spine, and simply trail your fingertips back to your knees, coming up through a rounded upper back. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the palms to the mat. And this time we're going to roll onto all fours. So knees at hip distance. And just stacking in alignment the shoulders with the elbows and the wrists. And let's take a couple of cat-cow flows here, checking that your fingers are really nice and separated and the finger pads are gripping into your mat. Inhale, release and relax the belly to the floor, tailbone goes up. Lift the chest and the head as if there was a hook in the center of your chest, drawing you forward. Exhale, draw the belly in, rounding through the upper back. Drop the head and really push the ground away from you. So it can be nice to close down the eyes as you roll in and out of cat-cow a few times. Pressing also the tops of your feet into the mat. Last one, pushing back into the cat, just holding for a moment, really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze through the belly. Push the ground away. This time, as we come forward into the cow, we're going to lift the right leg up, moving to a little tiger flow. So pointing through that left toe, right big toe, I should say, as if you're trying to pierce a hole in the ceiling and really squeeze through the right buttock. On the exhale, drawing nose to knee to nose, rounding upper back. Squeeze the belly. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, drawing in. And 3 more like this, maybe closing the eyes if that feels comfortable. Really feeling the flow, the fluidity, movement of your hip. Last one, knee to nose, nose to knee. Lifting up again, and this time instead of bringing the knee to the nose, we're going to bring the knee towards that right elbow. If it touches, that's great. If not, don't worry, just general direction. And then inhale, lifting back up. Squeeze the right buttock. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lifting back up. 2 more. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhaling up. Last one. And lifting all the way up. Squeeze the right buttock. And release. So depending on your wrist, you might like to sit back towards a little child's pose. Just turn the wrists over and maybe just flick out your fingers and roll your wrists a little bit. And then coming to repeat that flow on the left side. So stacking the joints on top of each other. Inhale, left leg, really pointing through that big toe, lift the chest, squeeze the left buttocks. Exhale, drawing nose to knee to nose, squeeze the abdominal region. Inhale, lifting up. And again, maybe closing down the eyes, challenging slightly the balance. Last one. And the next time you lift up the left leg, just holding it there. And this time we're bringing the left knee towards that left elbow. Don't worry if it doesn't connect, just do your best. Inhale, lift back up. Really working into the hip joint a little more. And two more. Nice and fluid, the movement. And the last one. All the way up, lift the chest. Release the leg, and we'll take a nice wide knee child's pose here. Widen the knees to the outer edges of the mat. Bring your big toes to tip. Ease your hips and buttocks all the way back to your heels. Take a little moment to wriggle down into it, settling the buttocks towards the heels, and then sliding or creeping your hands forward, keeping the arms nice and active for a nice long spinal stretch. When you're at full tilt, then you can release your forehead and chest towards the mat. And just connect back into your breath for a few moments. Inhale, lift the head back up. Exhale, begin to draw the knees in. And we begin to tuck the toes here as we prepare to come up into downward facing dog. So really engage and anchor down through the arms, palms of the hands, fingers gripping. Exhale, and on the exhale, just lifting your knees slightly from the floor so that your shins are parallel to the mat. Draw the belly back and in. The sensation that you're pushing the ground away from you. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, send your tailbone back to the wall behind you. Coming up into our first downward dog through a nice squat. Trying to privilege the spine, nice length in the spine. And then slowly begin to straighten your legs and pedaling out. So bending each knee so that the opposite heel comes down towards the floor. Just like riding a bicycle. And then holding it steady so the heels don't need to come down. We're really focused on the spine. So sometimes it can be nice to have a little bend in the knees. Long spine. On the next inhale, we're going to rise high to the tippy toes, suck the belly in, and like we're waving forward with a rounded upper back into plank pose. And once you're in plank, draw the belly up and in, and push your heels back as if they're pushing into an imaginary wall. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to bend your knees towards the mat, pushing your tailbone to the wall behind you, coming back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high to the tippy toes. Exhale, waving forward. And we're just going to flow through this. Exhale, knees towards the mat. Push to down dog. Inhale, rise to tippy toes. Suck the belly in, wave forward to plank. Inhale. Exhale, knees towards the floor. Push back, downward facing dog. Last time coming forward to plank. Inhale, rise high to tippy toes. Belly in, wave forward, coming to plank pose. Draw the belly in. We'll take one more breath here in plank. Exhale, bend the knees to the floor, and then slowly push your hips and buttocks back towards your heels, a long spinal stretch. Forehead to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, rising to down dog. And in down dog, gazing towards the knees or the navel. Avoid moving the head. So we're going to come to the top of the mat, lift the head, look towards your fingers, belly button is drawn in. And we'll step the right foot up and the left to meet it. Inhale, flat back, hands can come to the knees. Exhale to forward fold. Allow the head to hang. Soften back of the neck. Inhale, begin to root and push through the soles of your feet. As you unwind the spine, draw yourself all the way up. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. Exhale to a gentle back bend. You can bend your knees, rising up, arching back. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, hands coming to prayer. So we're going to flow now through 2 sun salutations just to warm up and loosen the body this morning before we do a few more stretches to wind down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, prayer the hands, belly button in, knees bent, coming down. Fingertips to the mat, allow the crown of the head to hang. Inhale to a flat back position, draw the belly in. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step the left and the right, making your way to plank pose. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees, chest, chin towards the floor, and inhale as you slide to a little cobra. Lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, push the buttocks back towards the heel. We'll insert a little spinal stretch here before we lift in to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Keep going towards your navel. Lift the head, look towards the hand, stepping 1 foot up and the other. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, gentle back bend. Push the hips forward, arching up and back with the upper back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to prayer. And again, inhale, float the arms up. Lift your energy. Exhale, hands to prayer. Begin to bend the knees. Coming all the way, fingertips to the floor. Allow the head to hang. Soften the back of the neck. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step the right foot back, the left, and finding yourself in plank position. 1 breath. Exhale, drop the knees, draw the chest forward, bend the elbows back towards you, chest, chin towards the floor. Inhale, cobra. Keep the elbows tucked in nice and neatly to the ribs. Exhale, we'll insert our spinal stretch, hips and buttocks back to heels, forehead to the floor. And breath. Exhale, all the way to downward facing dog. Gaze to knees or navel, and take a few breaths. On our next inhale, we're going to lift our left leg up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, we're going to bend that knee. Really draw the belly button to spine, round it upper back. Begin to bring yourself forward over your hands and see if you can step that left foot between your hands. Release the right knee, unhook the toes, and inhale all the way up for a nice low lunge. Reach the arms up, squeeze through the right buttock, stretching all the way up. Maybe a little arch back if it's there. Looking up. Inhale, we'll bring the hands to the mat, bringing them back a little bit. Begin to straighten through that left leg, maybe coming onto the heel, a little calf stretch, and then bending your nose towards your knee. finding your breath. Inhale, coming back up. Plant both hands either side of that left foot. Tuck the right toes. Straighten and lift the right leg from the floor. Pushing back through that right heel. And we'll just insert a little twist here. We'll inhale, we'll stretch and reach the left arm up. Imagine someone is pulling your fingertips. And at the same time, that right leg is nice and active. You're pushing back through the heel. Slowly release. We'll step the left foot back to the right and drop through a low vinyasa. Release your knees, chest, chin, stick the bottom up. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to our spinal stretch. Inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. So we'll repeat that on the right side. Inhale, stretch the right leg up. Bend the knee, opening the hip a little bit. And slowly, you can come up onto the tippy toes of your left foot, bending that right knee forward, forward, forward. Draw yourself over your shoulders and step the right foot down. Release the left knee. Sweep the arms forward, really rooting through that right foot into a nice low lunge, arching up and back. Inhale, slowly bring the hands to the mat. Begin to straighten through that right leg, maybe coming onto the heel. You can walk your hands right back towards your left knee. Bow forward, nose towards knee. Inhale, releasing forward, plant the palms to the floor, tuck the left toes, and then lift the left leg from the mat, straightening, really pushing back through the left heel. And we'll take our twist again, drawing the right arm up towards the ceiling. Keeping that left leg nice and strong and active. Releasing down, plant the palms, step the right foot back into plank. We'll drop our knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, long spinal stretch. Forehead to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And we'll take 3 long breaths here. Lovely. And then to release, lift your head, look towards your hands. Stepping right, stepping left. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale to that gentle back bend as you push the hips forward, arch the upper back. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And then just take a little moment in Tadasana, mountain pose, palms facing forward. Rooting through the feet. Close down the eyes if comfortable. Find your breath. And just get a sense of your balance here, the space that your body occupies, the energy moving around your body, and the energy moving inside your body that you've unlocked and woken up through your practice. And then we'll inhale, hands to prayer. And we're going to separate our feet a little bit wider than hip distance with the toes pointing out. Take a breath in and slowly on the exhale, begin to release yourself down, down, down. We're coming towards Malasana, squat pose. If you find this difficult, remember you can always put a little brick underneath the bum and sit down on that. Use your elbows to push out to the knees. Try to lengthen the spine, drawing the crown up. Taking a couple of breaths, allowing the tailbone to be drawn like a magnet down towards the floor. Your feet are glued to the mat. And then to release, just simply draw the arms forward, inhale, and exhale. See if you can just release the buttocks to the floor. Bring yourself down, straighten your legs. And then we'll just end with a few gentle stretches. So finding your sit bones. We'll come into Paschimottanasana, a nice full forward bend. So coming into it from staff pose, if you can draw your shoulders back and down, place the palms towards the floor, flex your feet towards your face. Breathing in and out, belly drawn in. On the next inhale, drawing the arms all the way up. As you begin to exhale, begin to draw the belly in, begin to draw the chest forward, reaching the arms towards the feet. Grabbing whatever you can, shins, knees, maybe the feet. Lift the chest, breathing in again. Exhale, belly drawn in and slowly coming down to your own maximum edge. Maybe wiggling forward out of each back hip. You're lengthening forward. Imagine there were two hands on your lower back, pushing gently forward. When you feel you're at your full tilt, allow your chest and head to relax towards the knee. And remember, you can feel free to pause the video and hold some of these poses a little longer. This in particular can be a nice one to hold and breathe into for time. So we'll lift the head, look towards the toes, draw the belly in, protecting your lower back as you slowly begin to bring yourself all the way up. And then just bring the hands behind, fingertips pointing towards the buttocks, point through the toes. So just a little antidote pose, really ground and anchor through the palms, press them down, lift the chest. You can either stay in this position just with your chest nice and lifted and open, or if you're feeling a little bit more energized on the exhale, lift the hips and buttocks up, let the head go back, and trying to draw soles of the feet towards the floor. You can open your mouth when the head is back to exhale. And then slowly release all the way back down. Bring the soles of your feet, bend your knees to the mat. Make sure you have enough space. And we're just going to do a little roll down, preparing ourselves for Shavasana. Draw the arms forward. Inhale, spiral up through the crown. Really anchor down your feet into the earth. On the exhale, chin to chest, round the upper back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And slowly, slowly begin to release your spine best you can to the floor. And when you're down, stretch the arms. Exhale, bend knees, hug them to your chest. Take a little moment to massage your back with some gentle circles. And squeezing everything into the center, bringing yourself into a tiny ball. Exhale, lift the chest, lift the head towards the knees. Press the lower back down. Squeeze everything, including all your facial muscles. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale. Slowly release. Lengthen the legs. Allow the feet to flop out. Arms alongside the body. Palms raised. We'll spend a couple of breaths in Shavasana. Even though this is our morning practice, it is still important to take a few moments to allow the whole body to relax and release down to the ground. Of course, if you have more time, you can press pause on the video, maybe put some nice music on. But for now, if you are about to get ready for your day, just feel all the joints of your body slowly releasing. Backs of the shoulders, backs of the wrist, backs of the hips, backs of the knees, backs of the ankles. All the joints open, relaxed, and the whole weight of your body releasing slowly to the ground. Yes, taking a couple of more breaths here. With each exhalation, perhaps you can relax and release even a tiny bit more. And then if it's time for you to move now, beginning to deepen the breath into the belly. On your next exhale, reach and stretch your arms back behind you, open. Hug your knees to your chest, massage your back. Coming gently onto one side, fetal position. And then slowly easing yourself back up to where you started in a nice, comfortable, seated, cross-legged position. We'll bring our hands in prayer to the heart center. And just a gentle bow forward, just acknowledging your own bodies for enabling you, allowing you to move through this practice this morning. Namaste. Thank you. And